Hello everyone, Mike here, and I just finished watching The Mandalorian. Season 1, I am very late to the party, I am aware of that, so please don't criticize me for being late to the party. Why am I late to the party? I don't know, I didn't have Disney Plus, so I hadn't signed up to that or anything like that, and also, The Mandalorian in general at first didn't really appeal to me that much, so I just kind of avoided it. And then on a whim, I decided to just get Disney Plus and watch The Mandalorian season 1 now that it is all out. And I have got to say, and this video is obviously my thoughts and impressions of season 1 of The Mandalorian, I have to say, I loved it. I think this show is incredible, and I'm going to talk all about it in this video. Okay, so first up, I should probably give my experience with Star Wars and, what I know and how I care about Star Wars, I suppose. And I am a fan of Star Wars. I'm certainly not a hardcore fan, but I really like the Star Wars lore. I really like the Star Wars universe. I love the characters, the character designs, the sci-fi, just everything about Star Wars, I think is really good. Like most people. I really like obviously the original trilogy, and to be honest, I don't really mind the prequel trilogy that much. Maybe it's because they were coming out when I was a kid, but I actually think Revenge of the Sith is a really good movie. Don't at me. I even think Phantom Menace is pretty good. Attack of the Clones is probably the most boring one, but I actually don't even think it's that bad. I totally get that hardcore Star Wars fans don't like those movies because of changes to the lore of Star Wars and the midichlorians and all of that stuff. And that's totally fine. And I guess that's the difference between me and a hardcore Star Wars fan. Like, I kind of compare it to my love of Harry Potter. I think that everything that J.K. Rowling's done post Deathly Hallows has been terrible. It's ruined the lore. It's, no pun intended, ruined the magic. And she's just destroyed the world that she's built by creating all these random things that just don't make sense or align with the original series, like Fantastic Beasts, Cursed Child, all this stuff. Don't care for it.
Shut up! Shut up!
And I imagine that's what it's like for an original hardcore Star Wars fan to see the prequel films. I'm not like that, so I actually like the prequel films. Sequel trilogy, didn't mind, didn't particularly like Rise of Skywalker, but the first two I actually really liked. I actually really liked The Last Jedi. I thought that was awesome. Another controversial opinion. So you're getting a feel for how Mike appreciates the Star Wars franchise. And I've never been able to engage too much with the Star Wars expanded universe. I have read the comic book Darth Maul, Son of Dathomir, because I think Darth Maul, like a lot of kids who were born in the 90s and saw Phantom Menace when they were 7 years old, I think that Darth Maul is such an epic villain. So Son of Dathomir was a really cool thing for me to read. Oh yeah, here it is, Son of Dathomir. Oh, Star Wars comics. Yeah, get it. Read it. Oh, so good. Darth Maul survived. What the hell? And I've played a couple of the games, including the recent Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I think the world of Star Wars is cool. I'm engaged with it. I'm keen to know more about the lore, but I don't have enough time to actually seriously engage with it. So I sort of take it as it comes and I, engage with it when it comes to me. I've seen Solo, a Star Wars story, didn't care for it. I've seen Rogue One, it was pretty good. And then here is The Mandalorian, a TV series on Disney Plus. Don't know anything about The Mandalorian, don't know what The Mandalorian is. Let's give it a shot. Loved it. Bam, this show is so good in so many ways. I just think this is such an amazing show. It's as Star Wars is, it's a bit of a space western, but almost more literally like a space western. The Mandalorian is a bounty hunter who is essentially, I guess, a cowboy. It feels very much like a western more than any of the Star Wars films ever did. It doesn't have that element of lightsabers and stuff. It's all pistols and blasters and stuff like that. I thought it was really interesting that the Mandalorian has the Mandalorian cult religion. I don't know. Again, I'm not going to use the correct terminology because I just don't know. Feel free to at me about my ignorance, but how the Mandalorian doesn't take off his mask. You never see this guy's real face. But personally, I just felt the show communicated emotion so well through the mask. Without seeing this guy's face, you kind of knew what he was feeling. You knew what he was thinking with close-ups of the mask and the music and the cinematography and everything, and just how much of a badass the Mandalorian is. This guy is so tactical. He's so strategic. He's so well thought out. There were so many moments in this show where I was just thinking, how is he going to get out of this? How, there is one episode where the Mandalorian is like surrounded by all these people who are trying to get back the baby Yoda. And well, there's a few episodes like that. And I just remember thinking, there is no way he can get out of this. Like, this is where the show must take a turn and they get it off him and then he tries to find it. He got out of it. He finds ways out of everything. There's a nice little loose narrative forming throughout the series, but each episode can kind of be standalone in like a story of the Mandalorian going on a bounty hunt. There is an incredible episode that for some reason features Bill Burr, which I just was not expecting Bill Burr to be in an acting role in a serious Star Wars TV show, where the Mandalorian goes on a bounty hunt to like find this guy who they used to bounty hunt with, and they all go, this crew goes together and they betray the Mandalorian, and then he fucking hunts them all down, finds them, gets back at them, and like I don't know, it just the writing, well, not necessarily the writing. It's not like the dialogue or anything like that is super engaging. It's just like, I think the best part about this show is how you get to see the Mandalorian not weasel his way out, but just find his way out of desperate situations, like life or death situations. He is constantly just it just sort of subverts your expectations a lot, because you're like, there must be no way he could possibly get out of this, and bam, then he gets out of it. I really, really liked it. It constantly kept me guessing. And just, again, the badass nature of the Mandalorian, I just thought was so cool. I think and I just think he's such a cool, like, not superhero. He's not a superhero, but he's just such a cool character. He's a cool, calm and collected character. He's a bit emotional. You can tell there's some depth behind his character. There's some, like, I don't know, there's something that's gone on in his past, and you sort of get drip fed that a little bit, which I thought was really interesting. And of course, just like the main storyline kind of takes a massive curveball in the second last episode. And this is a spoiler review or discussion. So Gus from Breaking Bad, I believe his name is Giancarlo Esposito. He is the big bad of the season in the end, which was awesome to see. He's a fantastic actor in both Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. I'm sure he's in other stuff as well. It was great to see him in Star Wars. What a get. He was so cool. And at the end of the season, he you believe he's dead at first. It turns out he's alive. He has a dark saber, which is awesome. I didn't know much about that, but I have talked to a few people about it. It sounds really cool, and I've looked into it on the Star Wars wiki and stuff. I am just so eager and excited to start season 2 of The Mandalorian, because this just totally blew all of my expectations. Like, I went into it like being like, oh, I mean, I'll just watch it. It's only 8 episodes. They're like half an hour each. It'll be a pretty easy watch. Wow. I was completely hooked. I was completely engaged the entire time. Just so many incredible episodes, so many amazing moments, and just an absolute ride. So I don't know if this is a review. It's more just me discussing The Mandalorian, I guess. I just think it's really cool. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens in season 2. I hope it continues for a few seasons after that as well. A lot of TV shows seem to now not just keep going indefinitely. Like, it seems like a lot of good shows now have, like, there's a 5-season arc, that they've planned it out, or there's 4 seasons. Shows don't need to go longer than that anymore. I remember back in the day, there were like, American shows would go the whole half year, and they'd have 22 episodes per season, and they'd go for 10 seasons or something like that. I like this new model we've got in the age of streaming, where it's like, nah, you get 6 to 8 episodes of a show. They're half an hour to an hour each, and that's it. Next year, there's another season. None of this filler crap to extend it to a TV schedule. That's what I like about this. Great story arc, great character at the helm, and lots of great characters. Consistent with the Star Wars lore, but like not in your face. Like, I feel like you could easily enjoy this without caring much about Star Wars. And there's not like little Star Wars, well, I guess there are, but like, there's not in your face like, oh, it's that from Star Wars. It's not really like, it's not necessarily like this big fan servicey kind of thing, which Star Wars seems to be now. Like, Star Wars seems to be like, look, it's the Millennium Falcon. Oh, Han Solo's here. Oh, Chewbacca's here. Oh, here's Leia. Luke's here. Like, this is just like a thing that exists in the Star Wars universe, but it doesn't constantly just refer to Star Wars stuff. Like there's definitely references in there, which is cool, but it's not like it doesn't like exclude you for not knowing those references. Like anyone could enjoy this. And that's why I really like it. So those are my thoughts on The Mandalorian. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Let me know what you want me to watch next or what I should watch. Recommend me something and then I can talk about it. Subscribe to my channel. I got up to 500 subscribers since the last time I post. I'm now on like 532 or something. Amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Check out all my podcasts. It's all, you'll find it. Just follow me on Instagram, radio.mike. It's all there. I'm going to keep doing videos like this. I hope you like them. Thank you so much for watching. Catch you later.
But I went to run my hand through your hair and I noticed you were attached to string. You were a puppet this whole time, you were attached to string.